What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lester Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, an interesting video for you here on the channel in a new place. First video in a new place. There's still going to be some videos that I'm not in a new place, which obviously mean pre-recorded. Oopsies, I've been moving a lot. I just watched Monday Night Raw, and these are my last card predictions for SummerSlam. Now, let's be honest here, Chadwell. A lot of the cards finished, or pretty much right there. Well, for those matches that are probably already finished, I'm going to give some predictions or something that could happen in that match to really talk about the fun part of it. But also at the same time, there's a lot of the card that's not made, or in a lot that's kind of not hinted at as much. Which even then I'm realizing, I guess not, technically. We'll talk about it. But today we're going to talk about my card predictions for SummerSlam 2025. And let's get started with some of the matches that I need to go. Already started, already here. John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I'm going to give you just a brief, maybe 1 minute, no, 30-second thing about this that I could see happen, and who I think will probably win. I do believe John Cena will probably lose this unless some shenanigans happens with Cody Rhodes and someone screwing over Cody Rhodes horribly. I just don't know who it would be. But I could see something with John Cena losing and then we get John Cena on a babyface run. But I think they might do a double flip and Cody might turn heel. I could really see this happening. I could really see something like this happening. But would they really turn Cody Rhodes heel? That's my only thing that I kind of don't know if I see. And to be honest with you, it's really just hard for me to see that at this moment. So to me, I'm going to say Cody Rhodes will likely be the winner, but still be your babyface winner. Up next, Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. With the win with Naomi, it's crazy to see that we're still seeing this match. Maybe Jade switch and say, I want Naomi instead, and I want to win that championship. But I have to be honest with you, I think Jade Cargill will win this, and I think we might have a Naomi and Jade Cargill with the championship at the same time. I like Tiffany Stratton a lot, but the babyface on babyface, I understand it could work, but just in my opinion, Jade Cargill is coming for a championship, and I would be very shocked to see her lose this. So truthfully, I have to say Jade Cargill. This is an interesting match and kind of a shocker to me that they immediately just announced this with no next week a build. I think Naomi shouldn't lose this. Will she lose this? There's a good possibility Rhea Ripley will win. Now, the thing that makes me not say Rhea Ripley will win, because I want Rhea to say that she still hasn't won against Io Sky when it comes to a match against her. But I'm going to throw out a prediction that I've been thinking the past couple of days. What if Bianca's not on this card and it's because she interferes in this match and Naomi wins because of Bianca? Maybe accidental or a heel turn from Bianca. Just a thought. Want to kind of throw that out there if we're doing a quick talk about certain card stuff. This I already had it as a prediction for a while, but it's now official. I just watched the Raw. Gunther versus Punk. I hope Punk wins this, but I have to be honest with you. I'm worried Gunther is going to get a long, dominant reign coming up. Because in my opinion, I think that's what the plan was. But I think this should be a transitional kind of thing. Does the Seth Rollins injury change if Gunther and CM Punk, what happens with that? I think Punk should win, and I think that should be the case so he gets a world title. And I think, in my opinion, Punk will probably lose this to a Seth Rollins cash-in. And I wonder if, with the Seth Rollins injury, what happens is Seth Rollins not on TV at all, and then one day he just shows up while a match goes on and Seth Rollins cashes in there. That's probably going to be something that happens, so it's the real shock about it. Like, everyone's going to be freaking out about this. And I really see it with... This would have been the perfect match to do it. Well, let's say CM Punk defends against Braun Breaker in the future. Or Roman Reigns in the future, which that's a WrestleMania match, but probably not, won't be that. CM Punk versus who's a good heel? Well, what if it's just two babyface like LA Knight? Seth Rollins interferes and wins. Just saying, I can really see it. Up next, another confirmed match, and I'm sad that this is a confirmed match, is Randy Orton Jelly Roll versus Drew and Logan Paul. Don't hate Jelly Roll or anything like that. It's just, in my opinion, in my head, I have to be honest with you. I wanted Drew and Randy to do much bigger and better things, maybe a one-on-one match. I get the thing. I wish it was just Logan Paul versus Jelly Roll, truthfully, but probably Jelly Roll couldn't do a full entire match. But yes, this is the match. I expect Randy Orton and Jelly Roll to win the match. I think it should be Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre winning because it's kind of crazy if not, but wish for bigger and better things. Up next, Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. Now, I have Bayley in here because I just would be so shocked if Bayley's left off the card. Truthfully, I would be so shocked if Bayley's left off this card. But they did it in WrestleMania, so maybe they're not scared to do it for SummerSlam. But I think some way, somehow, Bayley will try and get herself in. So I want to say at least to throw Bayley in there. But it's hard to see Bayley not be on a WrestleMania or SummerSlam card. So I think she's going to throw herself somehow in there and maybe with some heelish tactics, and maybe she wins a championship at SummerSlam. Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles is all but confirmed. Kind of sad about this. I wanted Finn Balor. Oh, I didn't even do a tag team. That sucks. I didn't even mention the tag teams, which they will probably be on SummerSlam because they made the comment. I'm going to say it now that if there would be a SummerSlam match, Judgment Day versus Lucha Bros somehow, some way. That won't happen though. Judgment Day versus someone. There's nothing there. Anyways, in my opinion, I think Finn Balor should have been part of this match. So we have Finn pinning Dominic to say, well, I stayed the title in Judgment Day, so you can't hate me for this. But I think Dom will retain only because of all the interference with Judgment Day, and I think they're kind of delaying with the stuff with Liv Morgan. So this was part one of a plan that's going to be in the future. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in Tribal Combat. Maybe there's something with a ban of the MFT, but I expect this to be a great match with... Oh, was that what... I originally had Jimmy Uso in here. I removed it because I think they're just going to go with the one-on-one, not include Jimmy, and Jimmy will help Jacob Fatu instead in this Tribal Combat. But I can see him really giving the championship to Jacob Fatu. Now, we're still back. I didn't mean to say Los Garza. That's what I was realizing too when I was talking about the tag teams. Didn't mean to say Los Garza. I'm going to say Andrade and Rey Fenix. I think this is a likely scenario, but a part of me believes they're going to do it on a SmackDown before. That's why I just am thinking. This is one of the best built kind of SummerSlam matches because it's been weeks on weeks on weeks about this. So to not have this match would kind of be criminal. We'll see. WWE likes to screw over some of the tag teams on SmackDown. Up next. So I really debated on this one. I think it will be Aleister Black and Damian Priest in some way, but I think you have to include Ron Killings, aka R-Truth, in there because of all the things that he's been going through. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I think with the pin on Aleister Black, we can see Damian Priest, of course, help try and defend Truth. Damian Priest then tries to defend Truth in Black, and then R-Truth says, I don't need you, or something like that, and pushes Damian Priest, and then we get a triple threat between the three. I could just see Aleister Black and Damian Priest, but to me, you can't leave off Ron Killings off of SummerSlam. Up next is the Judgment Day versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I think they're delaying the inevitability of these two getting the championship, and I think it will happen here. I think the Judgment Day and this match will happen because, truthfully, to be honest with you, the Judgment Day looks like a great tag team. People are so over with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They're going to have their buddy cop thing that there's good cop, bad cop, and then ultimately they're going to win. So I have them here, and I think this is the most likely thing to happen. Up next, Stephanie Vaquera and Nikki Bella versus Secret Harvest. Now, I think this is because of the previous Raw this is going to happen. Now, obviously some things changed because of Liv Morgan. I think there was going to be some feud that happened with Nikki Bella and Liv that would ultimately have maybe the Bellas versus Judgment Day, maybe at SummerSlam. Maybe that would have been an Evolution. But I really do believe that, to be honest with you, Nikki Bella has to kind of be on the card of how she's building herself. Now, I thought it would be a one-on-one match with Chelsea Green after Evolution. Well, they did the one-on-one match. I don't think they'll run it back, but with the save from Stephanie Vaquer, I think that is probably going to be this. Now, could it be Chelsea Green and like a Nia Jax, for example? Could it be something else? Possibly, but I really just believe it's going to be Stephanie and Nikki versus Chelsea Green and someone else. Someone else. Up next, now let's talk about possibilities. This is what I keep going back on after this Raw, what could happen. So I've always been booking this after. I know it just hurts so bad just doing that. Seth Rollins got injured. I knew Roman would return here because I thought he would return at Saturday night's main event. Obviously didn't. I think what the play is that they could have two things happen. Either Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. Oh, also, I guess this kind of says this. I don't think Sami Zayn is going to be on this card. I thought Sami versus Karrion Kross was a good match, but there just is too much matches. I don't think they're going to do it. Anyways, Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. Big possibility for a match. And I think that is the match that they would want to do. And maybe they're saving it for WrestleMania. Maybe they're saving it for that. But I think that's the match for SummerSlam. And I think that is the match for WWE to have to really boost Braun Breaker. And then that would mean they have Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. I think after this Raw, even though they've had a match on just a regular Raw, clearly that is something that they're kind of teasing at is Jey Uso and Bronson Reed. But what I think is going to happen is after this injury, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And I would expect maybe a third member coming out and helping out this team. You know, Seth Rollins out, call another one in. And I think this is the route they go. And I think this is what I'm kind of expecting them to do. I think it is Reigns and Jey Uso versus Reed and Breaker because that hint of helping him, you still have the two. Maybe it's just two solos, but I really think this is what we're likely going to go to. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.